Productivity has been flat in the UK for the last 10 years, which is surprising because we've seen productivity improve in lots of other similar countries. Ultimately, productivity is going to be the driver of future wealth. It's also surprising when you consider during that same 10-year period the amount of development that's gone on with digital solutions. To have flat productivity during that period of development is quite strange. So I think one of the things we can look at for improving the UK's productivity is trying to drive the adoption of digital and technology within businesses and see how we can use that to generate new wealth. I think the adoption of digital is key to the next phase of productivity improvements in the UK. In the past, we've made great strides at improving productivity from lean process engineering and process optimization, but I think there's a law of diminishing returns there. I think for the next phase of productivity growth, we need to use technology and digital to see how we can develop new services, new business models and new offerings to create the numerator, improve the numerator, which is value creation of the productivity equation, and that's where we're going to see the growth come from in the future. I think the two most obvious barriers to digital adoption are probably lack of investment and lack of cyber skills. However, I think there's probably something slightly more subtle going on where businesses probably have a slight fear of disrupting their existing business models and changing their existing methods of working. I think that new entrants though, that are digital natives, are going to bring that level of disruption with them to the market anyway. There's also something going on around fear of cybercrime, but actually digital provides a solution to those challenges rather than the problem now. I think often some of the cyber incidents that have happened are a result of the latest cyber solutions and practices not being put in place or adhered to. Moving IT from being a support system for the business to being core to the business strategy is probably the key step. Increasingly, we're seeing companies appoint chief digitization officers and develop digital strategies, but increasingly the digital strategy and the business strategy are going to become more one and the same thing. New entrants, new digital startups don't have two separate strategies. The digital strategy is their business strategy, and we'll see that more with incumbent companies as well. In Cisco, we firmly believe that the adoption of digital is going to be central to drive the next wave of productivity improvements in the UK. And that's why we've been working closely with Charlie Mayfield's Productivity Leadership Group to try and develop tools and assets to help businesses adopt digital, but also improve their productivity generally through management practices as well. So we have a tool called bethebusiness.com, and that's a great place to go to for assets and tools to help companies improve their productivity.